There is a executive producer. Say nothing if you hate the Islanders. That's such a good boy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Glove Drop. This is the second installment of the division mid-season rundown, fixing my predictions, covering my ass for what I said in the preseason. So, Metropolitan Division mid-season update and prediction adjustment. Here we go. First, second, and third place, we have got the Washington Capitals, 65 points. In second and third place, it is a tie. We've got the New York Islanders with 57 points and the Pittsburgh Penguins with 57 points. Of all three, the only team that I see maintaining their position is the Washington Capitals. I say that with a lot of confidence, considering the fact that since the 2013-2014 season, when the Capitals joined the Metropolitan Division, they have dominated. The first year that they were in the Metropolitan Division, they were in 5th place. The second season, they were in 2nd place. And since then, they have been in 1st place every single time. They have kept that 1st place position. They managed to get it all the way through, winning the Stanley Cup in 2018. But for anybody who watched the playoffs last year, they knew it was a playoffs like we've never seen. The Capitals battled through in the first round, where they eventually, in Game 7, were eliminated. They played the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina Hurricanes dismantled the Metropolitan Division when it came down to the playoffs. They move on, the Capitals are out. However, the Washington Capitals are a very consistently strong team, and if I had to put all my money on it, I'm going to go right ahead and say, in the most confident statement I've ever made on this channel, that the Capitals will maintain that 1st place position. They will maintain it through. They will take the Metropolitan Division champion, and they will go. And I do not think that they are going to be eliminated in the first round this time. Then you got the Pens and the Islanders. Those two, nope, nobody's staying where they're staying. Capitals, set, fixed. Islanders, Pens, definitely not staying. New York Islanders currently tied in 2nd place with the Pittsburgh Penguins, 57 points. The Islanders are 27, 12, and 3. They started off the season on a run. They had that 10-game win streak. They lost one, and then they had a 5-game win streak. But after going 16-4-0 in the first 20 games, things have slowed down. They've lost momentum. The second 20 games, they went 9-9-2. Last season, they were consistently good the entire time, but they never seemed to play up when they were pressed. And I don't see it in them to do it now. I do not think the New York Islanders are going to end up in that 2nd place position. They're going to bop around. Something needs to change on that team. Just because you're good doesn't mean that you should turn off the burners. It's just what it is. Now, as far as the Pittsburgh Penguins go, totally different story. The Pittsburgh Penguins are far exceeding everybody's expectations. The thing about the Pens is they are banged up. They are getting these wins and they are holding that 2nd place position without Crosby since November 10th. And since December 31st, Jake Guentzel, who I would call their most important player, he's out. And yes, Malkin is a great player, but Jake Guentzel has had an amazing season. He is expected to miss the next 4 to 6 months, as well as missing the NHL All-Star game. The Pittsburgh Penguins also have Tristan Jarry in net. He is leading the league in goals against average and save percentage. He's playing confident and he's playing consistent. He is going to the NHL All-Star game. I don't know why I'm so superstitious about the All-Star game. I wouldn't send my star, especially if I don't really have the best backup out there. And Matt Murray, his numbers are nothing compared to Jarry's. But Jarry is going to the All-Star game. Congratulations, just be careful because the Pens don't need to lose you. And the way things are going, everybody's getting hurt. Unfortunately for Jake Guentzel, he was also supposed to go. Chris Letang is going to go instead. 6th time. We're really proud of you. Letang is a solid player, but the contribution factor as far as Letang compared to Guentzel, not even close to the same. But either way, Guentzel's out. So, if you take into consideration they are playing really great hockey without their stars, I absolutely see the Pens maintaining their position or moving up. Once they get Crosby back, it's going to be great. They will be in the playoffs. I do not think that they're going to get swept in the first round either. So, those are the top 3 teams. Caps, 1st place, definitely staying there. Islanders and Pens, tied, 57 points. Don't think the Islanders are going to stay there. The Pens, I think they might be able to secure that spot. The Islanders will go to the playoffs on a wild card. Looking at the rest of the Metropolitan Division, who is going to take the Islanders' position in the top 3? The Carolina Hurricanes. Sebastian Aho is having an incredible season. The Carolina Hurricane defense is solid. And I'll say it again, defense wins championships. I came up with that line. Nobody else has ever said that before. Also, Justin Williams, shocker headline. Justin Williams, September, he said, I think I need a little break. I think I need a little time off. Justin, come back. He's back. I'm not shocked. You're not shocked. This will be Williams' 19th season in the NHL. He's won 3 Stanley Cups, the first being back in 2006 with the Carolina Hurricanes, with former Carolina Hurricane and current head coach of the Hurricanes, Rod Brind'Amour. I looked like an a-hole last year during the playoffs because I'm sitting there saying he has the ability to maintain his composure throughout it all, but then we're watching the Boston Bruins dismantle that. This time around, I think that he's a little refreshed, took a breather, figured it out. If he can come in and keep his head on, the Carolina Hurricanes, with the strong defense that they've shown that they have, as well as Sebastian Aho, Teuvo Teravainen putting up numbers like they are, and Justin Williams returning and bringing kind of hype to the team, I feel like the Hurricanes are not only going to slip very quickly into the top 3, they are going to have a very impressive playoffs, just like last year. So Carolina Hurricanes in the 4th place spot. The Philadelphia Flyers, they've had a great start. Alain Vigneault, he has proven that he is a great fit. Things in Philly have not been very conducive to being happy and focused and playing your best hockey. Philadelphia Flyer leader in points and goals, Oscar Lindblom. He was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. The team is not only feeling the effects of him not being on the ice, but also the fact that one of their teammates and friends and a guy who they actually care about is facing something significantly larger than any Stanley Cup playoff. So Flyers have fallen to 5th place, not going to knock them though. They have had a great start. That program has the pieces, and the pieces were there for this season. And you know what? They might turn it over once again. They might come back and rally. Philadelphia Flyers are in 5th place with a record of 22, 15, and 8, and 50 points. In 6th place, we've got the Columbus Blue Jackets, and I feel bad for them. Last season, they did great. They had a playoff run for 2 reasons only, and those 2 reasons happened to be free agents. Come the end of last year's season, Artemi Panarin and Sergei Bobrovsky carried the Blue Jackets. Panarin is now a New York Ranger, and I'm pretty freaking happy about that. Bobrovsky is on the Florida Panthers, not really having the season that he had last year, but in his defense, everybody who plays under the Panthers head coach, that is a goalie, struggles a bit. Either way, the Columbus Blue Jackets are nowhere near showing the type of hockey that they were playing last season, but for everybody in Columbus, you still have that wonderful moment when you get to watch the other team get really scared when you shoot the cannon off. Looking at you, Johnny Gaudreau. A team that I do think we are going to see some changes from, not bias. New York Rangers have something that, in my opinion, is the foundation for a good hockey team, and that is right at the goal. Henrik Lundqvist and Alexander Georgiev have been the 2 goalies. Lundqvist is getting old. He cannot be relied on to play the King of New York level that many games. So you cannot overuse the King. So we've got Georgiev stepping up. Georgiev is new. He is incredible. He has shown us that he has absolutely got the talent to be a starting goalie. But like I said, he is new. So you can't put the entire workload on him. So what do? We call up Igor Shesterkin. Last night was the first start for Shesterkin, and it looked scary at first. But the New York Rangers managed to pull off a 5-3 win over the Colorado Avalanche. The Colorado Avalanche is the team that I predict to win the Stanley Cup. And I'm still thinking they're probably going to be able to pull that off now. But Shesterkin came in. He is showing that he has got it in him to be an NHL starting goalie. That on top of Artemi Panarin, as well as Mika Zibanejad. He's back from injury. And then we've got Chris Kreider. And on defense, we've got Trouba. New York Rangers have it in them to go on a run. And if they do, that run starts now. This huge surge of excitement that comes from Shesterkin and his performance last night, this will be what gets the ball rolling. Will they move up to get that wild card spot? God, I hope so. Either way, the New York Rangers definitely do not expect to see them sit back and hang low on that 7th place position. Finally, in last place, 8th place, we've got the New Jersey Devils. Preseason, they looked amazing. They get Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes is a child. He's a kid. He hasn't developed to be an NHL player. He was not NHL ready. And this year, the only Hughes everybody's talking about is older brother Quinn with the Canucks. But the acquisition of Jack Hughes and PK Subban was enough to keep Taylor Hall on the roster. Since the start of the season, the Devils have been god-awful. Then they fire John Hines. The second thing for the Devils that is looking good. Taylor Hall leaves. They needed to dismantle that environment that they were in where the players aren't playing for the team, they're playing for the coach's reputation or to convince Taylor Hall that staying was a good thing. So now you just have PK Subban. He doesn't have to prove anything anymore. He's the only big name. New Jersey Devils. It's going to be a less brutal season for Devils fans, but the hole is too deep. You're not getting out of that one. So, Metropolitan Division, those are my predictions. Capitals staying in first. Islanders falling out of the top three. Thinking the Pens are going to stay. Carolina Hurricanes definitely going to make their way up there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for coming through. If you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I will have the Pacific and the Central Division prediction videos up in the next 2 days. And if you haven't checked it out yet, check out the video I've got for the Atlantic Division. But in the meantime, I have to go find a joke in Shesterkin's name and the saying of jerking your chain. I'll see you on the next one.